I came here because there was a debate to be had, and the issue was the European Union, which everybody on the panel agreed is at a turning point, but whether there should be a closer integration of countries or a looser collection of nations. And that's a core issue that I think even in Norway, as of course not a member, but even in Norway, the issue is very much being discussed. The crisis has deep, deep tentacles going back many years. They literally built a house, the European Union, on shifting sands. It has a leaky roof, the basement doesn't work, and not only that, to this house, which was already a creaking, shambolic mess, they kept adding wings and rooms and turrets. In other words, more and more countries. Now that would have been fine if at the same time they were doing the necessary renovation to make the house secure, but they didn't. And so what we ended up with was a financial crisis in 2008, which literally exposed all that was bad in the house. And now, I'm going to mix my metaphors, now we are trying to change the aircraft engine, or at least repair it, while the plane is still flying. It is very difficult to do. It's very difficult to do, and that is why Europe is in this most dreadful of states, while other parts of the world are enjoying growth again. There is no question, absolutely no doubt, that the thing that is most awful about this crisis, it's almost obscene, it is obscene, is the level of unemployment. 12.1% in the Union. Putting it another way, if you are between 16 and 24 and have a job in Spain, you are in a minority. With a youth unemployment rate over 60%, and that to me signifies an entire generation that it may never work, or at least not work for some time. And that to me is the number one crisis facing the Union. Well, everybody agrees that education is the answer. Everybody says education is the answer. More needs to be spent, it needs to be better training, and that's not just university education, there needs to be a better skill set. Just look at today's report that shows that there is a mismatch of skills within the Union. So we need certain more technical skills, more vocational skills, all sorts of things. And there's the money there to create it. But now the leaders need to get on and actually do it. And that's one of the things that people will be talking about over the next. That's what I expect to hear more and more spoken about. The skills shortage, the skills discrepancy, and what needs to be done to address that. If you are going to have a Eurozone, those members of the Eurozone do need to have greater integration. That is not a political statement. That is not a controversial statement. That is a statement of economic fact. Those countries in the Eurozone need to have greater economic convergence and integration. Whether or not you can still have that and have a collection of countries on the periphery, the Britons on this world who may want to be on the outside, a looser affair, if you like, no one really knows. But that's going to be the debate in the next 4 or 5 years. That's what people are going to be asking. What should Brussels do and what should it not?